Hello, disappointed boys and girls. This is Senpaiii, owner, previous owner, divorced owner of Wayback. This is a clarification video so you can know what happened, I guess. Be aware of how exactly Wayback collapsed, what went on. Well, number one, I have other shit to do. I'm in high school, so it's not like I don't have a lot of time. Also, number two, as you can see, Minecraft is already kind of dying, so even if Wayback did release, I'm not really sure how many people we would have gotten. Was that number two or three?
That was number 2, I think.
Okay, great. Number three being that, so a lot of you peaches think that I'm lying about the KB thing. Funny thing is, the release thing, okay, also the release thing wasn't a lie. Like, I didn't lie about lie about planning to release. I did plan to release. It just didn't. So.
It just didn't come through to fruition.
Yeah, it didn't. But the plan was to release. Yeah, there were a couple things. One big thing that happened, I think some of you may know about this. The server got hacked. So, essentially, well, not more grief than hacked. Essentially, someone came in. Grief meaning someone comes in the server, fucks up a ton of shit, and messes with server files. It's kind of like sticking your hand in an open wound and just kind of moving it around. No particular goal other than to screw things up.
Yeah, fuck shit up.
Yeah. So they did that, and then okay, fine, I'll admit this. I was too lazy to fix it. And then once I did try to fix it, server files, I didn't have a lot to salvage. Then I tried launching the server, and for some reason it didn't work. So, no. Tried to make it work, and it didn't. I had old server files from backups, and they didn't fucking function.
So after the hacker fucked shit up, then you didn't have enough resources to sustain the server after that?
No, I didn't, because I didn't have any fucking way to, what's the word? Yeah, I didn't have any way to fully bring it back to what it was. It was already kind of dying, because...
The hype was dying.
Yeah, the hype was dying, because, it was taking so long to release after the whole hacking thing happened.
So the server got hacked, you didn't have backup files, or at least nothing super salvageable.
I had backup files, but for some reason when I tried putting in the backup files, I think it was the practice plugin that wouldn't launch correctly.
Oh, okay.
Also, I was losing money the entire time. There was not one point in the server's time in which I was making profit. The whole thing was at my expense. So, I was paying for you guys to sit on your asses and scream at your monitor. Coming out of my, well, not literally well, but yeah, I was, coming out of my PayPal, and I guess my parents, if you think about it. So overall, not really a great thing. When a business is losing money, regardless of how righteous you want to sound or how much you want to benefit the common man being Minecraft PvPers, you can't really do that if you don't have the money to run the server. Because part of the plan for release was we were going to have features and shit, and that would pay for all the costs of, especially the domain. The domain was $10,000. PvP.com, and by the way, someone else is using that domain. Look at that.
So the domain was $10,000. How did you come up with $10,000 as a high school kid?
$10,000. Well, someone else pitched in a lot of the other money as well.
Okay.
Even though we shared the price, someone stole it. So.
Okay.
There's that, but yeah, generally. So, and the way that a lot of Minecraft servers make a profit is what you guys, or what the average PvPer would call being a sellout.
Okay.
So, and because the whole point of Wayback was, to not be sellout, I was kind of in a dilemma, because the one thing that made the server special was also the reason that it was losing money.
Right. No, that's one of the things I found hard to, especially like when I was younger, to cope with Lunar, is that, okay, Lunar, I think, is the best practice server, but because of Stimpy, and his idealistics, he has set the server up to make less profit. The server, not the client. The client does very well, but
Yes, it does. It does do that. The inner client does extraordinarily well for nothing for the player using it other than cool mods and things to waste space on your screen. But that's cool because it's a business. So if they're gonna get customers and all the power, to look how they do it. But,
right.
Wayback was losing money. It was gonna keep losing money because I had no way to.
You had no other way to fund it, yeah.
Yeah, because the whole deal with it was, it's like, you know what, you can come. I mean, I could have done that thing where servers would pay people or ask people to pay to come on. A lot of servers would have shit like that where they'd have betas. Like I think
PvP launched it up.
did they? I didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so
You had to pay $5 for the beta.
Whitelist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that. I could have done that. I was contemplating doing that, but then I realized, no, that's awful. So I didn't. I did more of a Dev 123 thing. That was kind of the biggest inspiration for Wayback style-wise, was Dev 123. You know, just kind of open beta, do whatever the fuck you want that, and that's kind of where I PvP'd the most. That's like my childhood server, I guess. More so than any other one. As for the whole KB, I think I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again in more detail. So the KB thing wasn't bullshit. If you're wondering how I got them, a lot of it was through, and I'm not going to say who they are, just because if I do say who they are, and this video does end up getting some views, people are going to bug them, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to say I got, and I think you may have guesses, good ones. I got, a lot of the KB values I got from people, a lot of them I just got by digging. You know, like finding an old spigot online, leaked or whatever, then decompiling it and then looking into stuff. There's that. There's a bunch of different ways that I did it, if you're wondering how. And no, I'm not giving them to anyone. So, if you want the KB values, you can suck my cock. And even if you do suck my cock, I can't guarantee that I'll give them to you. So, for the money thing.
Oh, yes, I was going to ask you this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cut you off. So how much money did you lose? How much money were you putting forth to... Okay, so regardless of the, like, how you split the pay for the proxy, or not the proxy, the...
Servers? People?
No, the IP. Regardless of that, how much were you... Were you paying to up...
I don't feel comfortable answering that question. It's confident. No, I'm fucking with you. I'll answer.
Okay. Like, for the sake of the video.
Yeah. For this, no, it's cool. I don't mind it. It already happened. I'm not revealing anything by saying it.
Yeah.
Shit, that's a lot. So, ironically, I didn't spend a lot of money for the KB values. The most I spent was definitely probably the domain. At least the most I spent in a particular instance. The server itself was like 50. Was it? And the cost change. I want to say like $45 a month, maybe something like that.
Okay.
And
you had it running for the better part of a year and a half.
Yeah, you can assume a year and a half. So that's 18 months. So 18 times 4.5. So okay, that's actually way lower. $810, which is not a lot. Well, it's not. It's less than I thought, I guess. I feel like it was more. It was probably closer to 1K. But if we're assuming 18 months, then yeah, 18 45. That's 810.
Okay.
I do feel like it was more than that, because it was running for more than a year, or more than a year and a half. A year and a half was the period of time in which it was in its prime. Like like the spigot. A year and a half was when the spigot was the current one, like the one that I had the most updated. It was in its prime. All the TV stuff was set up. I was inviting YouTubers on. The Discord was blowing up. That was the year and a half that you're referring to, I guess. But I'd say I ran it for the better part of like 2 years, probably. Let's see.
Even then, it's still so you're talking a little over 1K to run the server.
Basically, between 800 and 1200 is what you can guess, dollar-wise. And then plus the domain, that's like $10,000. So that's that's a lot of money. You know, if someone can pay me that back, I think I actually might give them a single KD value. Believe it or not. Actually, don't believe it. That was a lie. I'm not going to.
Senpaii's a sellout. Hold up. Sorry for cutting you off real quick.
It's fine.
I was told a little while ago.
That's fine.
You had a critique. Someone was critiquing like your anti-cheat. Did you code the anti-cheat yourself, or did you did you take the baseline code from a different anti-cheat and somehow install it? And if
Baseline, and I'd help from someone else.
okay, if so, is that critique accurate? Was the anti-cheat worse than you thought it would be?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I'd never coded it. I'm not gonna lie and say no, it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, it was. I mean, yeah, it definitely needed improvement, and I never got time to improve because it got griefed. So,
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think I was definitely better with cheats than anti-cheats. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bill released some of the shit that I did on Weeb Client to a select few that I trust to have it. And if you think that you could be one of those select few, you can message me. I'm pretty sure some of those exploits still work. Which should be funny
On servers like Mindmen Club and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't abuse it. Don't like start a fucking revolution, but just fuck around quietly.
It's actually interesting you mentioned that. I assume I would be one of the people if I asked for it, then
Yeah, sure.
you'd give it to me. But
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that I don't even have cheats installed on this computer right now.
Not yet.
I have never in the it's got to be 2.5 years now that since I built this computer. I have never installed cheats on this computer. Not even like. I remember I used to fuck around on Hypixel with Jigsaw on my yeah, dude, on my old
Fucking,
PC.
Dude, Jigsaw
His ass.
is worst. What about fucking worst?
No, dude, no. Worst wasn't even out yet when I did that, but
Really? When did worst?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but yeah, I want for the record, I have never had cheats installed on this computer. I will never have cheats installed on this computer. Probably, unless I get like really fucking sick of a game, but honestly, I don't feel the need to cheat, especially since I've built up a huge reputation for myself for not cheating. Well, I guess I'm gonna wrap up the video there. Senpai, do you have any final comments?
Do I have any final comments?
Yeah.
Let's see. PvP is a festering cesspool, and it's gonna get worse and worse. And anyone who thinks that this is a good idea, just the new PvP experience in general, can no. You know what? I don't want your mouth on my penis. So no, you can't suck my penis. Just yeah. And yeah, for the record, Wayback was not a scam. I did intend on releasing it. So.
Mm-hmm. It's not like you didn't take
Yeah.
any money and
That, you know what? Last words of the video. You did not pay to play. I paid for you to play.
that's true. That's absolutely true. And all the
That's-
YouTubers that contributed to it of their own volition. And
That's true. I didn't pay any. I didn't pay a single person for advertising. Oh, that's shit. I should have mentioned that. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I never paid for advertising. Not once. Every single mode of publicity Wayback had was completely free. They just did it because they wanted to. Of visible colors included.
right. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the interview with Senpai, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.